Welcome to Gerry's Gene Scene. Today let's trace the flow of blood through the heart. Before we do that, let me tell you that you are going to be looking at what we call the ventral view. That means we are looking at the belly of the body. And when you're looking at me, you're looking at my ventral surface. And if I turn my back to you, you would see my dorsal surface. If I hold up my left hand, it is on your right. And if I hold up my right hand, it is on your left. So let's draw a heart. And now we will divide that heart into 2 and then into 4 to get our 4 chambers. Remember, this is the ventral view. The right is on the left and the left is on the right. Now consider the flow of deoxygenated blood coming back from the body. The blood is carried to the heart, ultimately entering the heart through the superior and the inferior vena cava. The superior vena cava returns blood from the upper body and the inferior vena cava from the lower. The blood flows into the right atrium, where it is now pumped through the right AV valve into the right ventricle. The right AV valve has different names, but at this level of study, let's remain with the right AV valve. The blood is now pumped through the right semilunar valve and travels via the pulmonary artery to the lungs. The deoxygenated blood enters the lungs and is oxygenated. Then the oxygenated blood travels back to the heart via the pulmonary vein. A handy reminder here is that the arteries go away from the heart. The pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood away from the heart. The pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood back. That blood now enters the left atrium, where it is pumped through the left AV valve and into the left ventricle. One final addition to our drawing, we'll put a valve here and a vessel here. The left ventricle now gives a hard pump, and that blood flows through the semilunar valve, the left semilunar valve, and then into the aorta and out to the rest of the body. The structure that divides the heart is the septum. So let's give it more thickness. And since we're at it, let's give the left ventricle more muscle, since it's pumping blood through the rest of the body. So let's take a look at the flow of the blood. The deoxygenated blood comes back via the superior and the inferior vena cava into the right atrium. From the right atrium, it goes through the right AV valve and into the right ventricle. Now it goes through the right semilunar valve and to the lungs. That blood arrived at the lungs via the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, the blood is oxygenated and it returns to the heart via the pulmonary vein. It enters the left atrium, passes through the left AV valve, and into the left ventricle. It now proceeds out through the semilunar valve and the aorta to the rest of the body. And there you have it, the circulation of blood through the heart. That protective envelope around the heart is the pericardium, which serves to cushion and to protect the heart from infection. I hope you're now able to vision the flow of blood through the heart. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And to learn how chromosomes were mapped through linked genes, check out my video on the right. To see upcoming Gerry's Gene Scenes, hit the subscribe button on the left. Thanks for watching. I'm Gerry Ward at genomealberta.ca.